some type of mattress or something there. I don't know what that is. Being so close to a heavily populated area, I mean, you can kind of understand why this tunnel and this whole vicinity here would be used as a shelter. Now this looks pretty well maintained. And those towels right there, I'm thinking this is kind of an active situation here. A nice little setup, to be honest. But it's dry. Let's just take a peek through here. Okay, this just pops us out here by the feeder bridge. Oh, you know what this is? Okay. This is the, oh yeah, okay, so there are the vines right there. The question is, where does the stream go? Because the stream is over there. So I was right here taking the pictures. Thought I heard something. So here we get a very nice view of the current railroad bridge, Norfolk Southern. Now, Vanderbilt's Folly was a railroad that was going to be called the Southern Pennsylvania Railroad. What happened was Cornelius Vanderbilt, the Commodore, as he was called, I think, and yes, Gloria Vanderbilt, for you guys, you Gen Xers and boomers, and even maybe some millennials who know about pop culture. Gloria Vanderbilt is, or was, I don't know if she's still alive, I think she was Cornelius Vanderbilt's great-granddaughter. I'm not sure which part of the family she came from, but she is was a direct descendant of Vanderbilt himself, as is, what's his name? Anderson Cooper, the CNN talking head, news announcer, newscaster, journalist, whatever you want to call him, because he is Gloria Vanderbilt's son. Anderson Cooper is a direct descendant of Cornelius Vanderbilt, who had this idea to compete with the main dominating railroad of the time that was in Pennsylvania, and it had a lockdown on all the freight, and there were industrialists in the western part of the state, out in Pittsburgh, who had a beef with the people who ran that railroad. And Cornelius Vanderbilt said, hey, I'm going to get some investors together. One of those investors was John D. Rockefeller of Standard Oil fame, and other people, other, big money guys from that era. And we're going to build an alternate railroad in Pennsylvania to compete with this monopoly. What happened was that J.P. Morgan, who was a very well-known, very famous, prominent financier during that whole period, he realized that with two lines, they would just battle each other out, they would have price wars, and he envisioned both of them going down. Now, he was invested heavily in railroad stocks, so he didn't want to jeopardize his investment by having these two competing rail lines. So what he did is he invited everybody, all the investors from the competing new fangled rail line, he invited them for a party on his yacht, the Corsair. I just saw a pelican. Yeah, that's pretty. Huh. I don't know, it wasn't quite close enough. Anyway, he invited these guys. They went on to this luxurious yacht, and they were at this party. And Morgan says, I don't want you guys to build this railroad because I don't want to lose money on my railroad stocks. And these guys were like, at first, they said, forget it, man. You know, we're going to compete, blah, blah, blah. And apparently, he held them hostage on his luxury yacht until they agreed. So it was actually Cornelius Vanderbilt's son who was heading up this consortium of investors to build this alternate rail line. And he was the one that got invited to the party. If I said Cornelius Vanderbilt, who was really the founder of the Vanderbilt dynasty, disregard that, I was wrong about that. He was this guy's father. So eventually they agreed. Like I said, I would imagine it involved some type of payoff or whatever. And the line was abandoned. And they built a full 23 of these piers across. I would imagine it made it the whole way across the river. And then sometime after that, most of the piers were taken down and destroyed or disassembled. And there were 8 left, and they don't know why they left those 8, but those are the 8 right there. It was a very, very ambitious rail line that they were going to build. There was tunnels and mountains, and there was a bunch of stuff. Some of the tunnels that they did blast out and construct for the line were later used as part of the turnpike out there more in western Pennsylvania. Can you imagine building all these big piers? I mean, they're big. Look at them. 60, 80 feet, right? Out there in the middle of the river. There's that pelican again. Some of them are really destroyed. Like that last one there, it looks like it's about to collapse. That's City Island. There's a riverboat goes around here. It's called the, I think it's called the Queen of the Susquehanna or something like that. And they take you right over to those piers. So if you're ever in the area, I think that's a really interesting thing to do. I got some really good light right now, so I'm gonna take some stills and we'll pick it up when we pick it up. That's it. That's the first pier of Vanderbilt's Folly right there. And there's 8 of them. They trail off. And I don't want to hang around here because I'm right next to the tracks. I'm just going to keep moving on. I think there might be a wall down here that I can walk out on. Maybe get a good shot looking upstream or upriver. I think there's somebody down there. Here's a better view. We're down off the tracks now. Oh, there's a train. Train coming across Norfolk Southern. Here's Vanderbilt's Folly. Wow. Let's see how close I can get to that one. Jet skiers there. Comes another one. Where'd they go? There they are. There's one. I tell you, we got a flurry of activity right now. And that looks like an engine. I'm about 30 feet away from actual first pier of Vanderbilt's Folly. And there is a pile of debris, which I think might just let me get even closer. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Here's a telephone pole. Oh yeah. I just don't want to fall in this mud. And there it is. I think it was built in, I want to say late 1800s, maybe early 1900s. I mean, it's got to be at least 100 years old, probably more. This thing is exceedingly slippery here. And the train keeps on coming. I don't know, what do you guys think? Pretty sure I can make it. I don't know what's in there though. It's like a swamp. I don't know how deep the water is. I don't think it's that deep. If I could make it to there, pop to there, over to there, cross that, over to there, I could actually touch them. I do have all my stuff in my pack here. I don't want to go out there with it because it's got my keys and stuff, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to leave it here because I don't want anybody coming along while I'm out there, because when I'm out there, I can't just come running back here, you know what I mean? And there is that kayaker there, and he's like right around that bend. He's fishing. Not that I suspect him of anything, but you know, you just want to be careful. Plus, if I slip and fall in, the current might be a lot stronger than it appears. The Lowhead Dam is right in between the railroad bridge and 83, which is right there. Did you hear that? Kind of frog in there. If I recall correctly, that dam has taken more than a few lives. Kayakers, people, swimmers, I guess, I don't know. But it's right down there. So I tell you what, as much as I do want to go out there, because I could probably stand right there and get some really good shots, I'm not going to go out there. If I come back here with somebody in the future, maybe we will. I'm sure a good rock climber could probably right up to the top. It would be cool to get up there and take some pictures. There's actually trees growing on the top of these things. So this is the old wall that I saw from Google Earth. I don't know what this is for. It's almost like steps going down there. About 20 feet off the ground. That's 83. So I think this is a good place to end this episode here on the mighty Susquehanna. Hope you all had a good time, as always. Loved having you along. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and follow us, TopoRanger on Instagram, all right? I'm not going to say this is a beautiful place, but it's an interesting place, as the Susquehanna always is. Till next time, this is Brett for TopoRanger, signing out.